on. They didn't want to come up to the standard. And my goal was this particular feast is to raise the standard. So since you didn't hear all the classes, you can go to our site and listen to all the classes. Because one of the things we talked about during class is if you're not moral, then we have no use for you. And I said that on multiple occasions, and it was supported by one of our younger brothers who said, "You don't come here with your misconduct." So this is very serious for us, not having the wrong, not having the right people, and that's what we're looking for to build is the right people. Okay. We talked about the Sabbath. It has been a confusion with some people. Some people just didn't know what it meant. Some people choose not to know. But believe me, all people who say Yahweh does not want us to come together as a people. That's for a fact. They just say Yahweh. They just around. They was around when Yahweh was here physically.
I listened to it this morning about the same thing you were saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not everybody that wear white is right.
Okay, you want to talk to y'all. Go ahead.
No, I said I was listening to a tape with Yahweh Ben Yahweh this morning, and he's saying that is not everybody in white is right.
Right.
You see, because the people who shout the most are usually the one who turn up late and all these sort of things.
Yes, sir.
You see, they're just their numbers anyway.
Yes, sir.
But it's not everybody
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
want to be moral.
No.
You see,
No.
and he say, worshiping Yahweh is not hard. It's easy
For those that want to do
for
right.
those who want to. It's
Yes,
easy.
sir. Yes, sir.
But there's no saying that not everything that glitter is gold.
That's true.
You understand?
Yes,
So,
I understand. So, Yahweh is showing us that it's time for us to tighten all the way up.
yes.
And I shared on multiple occasions that he said there was a group of us outside, and he was on the porch, and he looked at me and said, "The tighter it is, the better he like it."
Yes.
Then he turned to walk away and turned back around and looked at me and said, "It can't get too tight." And I said, when he said it can't get too tight, we looking for the people that want it tight. We don't want the wrong people slipping in. We don't want people that we can't trust around our children, can't trust around us.
Sure.
We're looking for the true blues for real. Yahweh's family, that's who we're looking for. And we're really not looking for numbers, sir.
Good natured, genuine, good hearted.
Good natured, genuine people. So you see who's at class tonight. Okay. Uh People have a right to make their decisions. I think it is wonderful. And guess what? We have a right to make our decisions. Praise Yahweh. Right. So we're only looking for good people. We're not looking for lukewarm people. We're not looking for people just want to say Yahweh. We're really looking for those that's righteous by nature, those that want to build the nation of Yahweh. Some people just come around to see. That's not who we're looking for.
Sure.
There are huge numbers that are prophesied to come to Yahweh. One prophecy was 3,000. Another prophet was think it was 5,000 in one day. All right. We have to be ready to receive those people. And when they come, they're going to be looking at us to Naya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. You cut out for a second.
Okay. Is that the internet that caused that to happen?
Yes.
So the hotspot would prevent that?
Yeah, because the hotspot. Well, yeah, if it's a good signal, any good signal would prevent that. Yes.
Okay, because we might not be getting the best signal. I'm just wondering. I just hate for it to do that when, when we're right in the mix to talking.
Right.
So I want everybody to understand what we're saying. The interesting thing is I've been meeting some interesting people every day. And it's just time for Yahweh to send people, send his family, because he's just looking for who gonna do right. That's all he want. He just looking for who gonna do right.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna tell you something. Like honestly, like I tell. Oh no, I can't get it.
Yeah, you got to, because you got people listening. They can't hear you.
Oh man. I just say this. Good afternoon, good night. This Aaron night. Aaron Israel. But I'm just saying, like, it's honestly what we doing is a spiritual and like fulfillment is a spiritual cleansing, a spiritual awakening. It's like it's a spiritual enlightenment. Like speaking godly, living godly, doing the right thing, living right, and just doing what we're supposed to do is really not the hardest thing in the world. Like, I mean, compared to how we living and what we living in and what we got going on and what the past and what the future holds. Promise you, man, this is like coming to class every Thursday is a blessing.
Mhm.
It's like it's a spiritual blessing. It's like it's a godly blessing. It's I thank Yahweh, I thank Brother Amon, I thank everybody for it. But it's a good thing because of the fact that I mean, just speaking about Yahweh, just be sitting here amongst your people and
Mhm.
just breaking bread, like just keeping it spiritual and keeping it holy and keeping it good. It's like I mean, living godly is not hard. Living right is not hard. Living good is not hard. Doing the right thing is not hard.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't understand the world, but it's not for me to understand the world and the people that are in it. It's for me to live outside the world and do my thing. But I'm just all that's all I'm saying. But thank you, Brother Mon.
Well, you're more than welcome. See, and I suggest that everybody listen to the Sabbath the first night and listen to every night really. Um,
I will say this though, that was crazy. I can't believe that happened.
yeah, well, the devil is real,
That's wild.
you know.
That's wild.
Well, the devil is real. He get an A for what he do. He gets an A for what he does.
Think about that. Like think about that. It feels like a specific in a sense because of the fact that not everything is able to be exposed call. So it's like for that to happen, it's like wow. But it's like yeah, the devil's trying to do his thing and trying to throw people off, especially like when they see that we're succeeding, having good classes, having good conversations, having holy convocation, having holy communion, and they see that we're actually gathered together and going, talking about Yahweh, having a good time. It's only right for the devil to try to disrupt that and try to make it seem like it's otherwise. The same thing like how it was back in the day. You know what I mean? It's sad, it's discouraging, you know what I mean? And it's just doors are open to everybody who wants to live better, do better, be better, try to like do better and like you know what I mean, try to like it's just to each his own, you know what I mean? If you want to be of the world, be of the world. Live the world. You know what I mean? Don't try to fool yourself and it's like you can't it's hard to like you know what I mean it's hard to come back because like I'm just saying like I'm the microphone's off for it I turned it off for it it's just hard like you can't teach yourself and come back to Yahweh you know what I mean like we all out here trying to live life trying to do right trying to be good trying to be spiritual trying to find our way in life trying to find our purpose and that means at the end of the day it's like if you if you're on the path of godliness, spirituality, of enlightenment, of like of trying to be better, trying to do good. You know, it is sad and disheartening when you see people that come in like a sheep, like what we say, wolves in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't dip and dab. You know what I mean? Don't
Well,
come in at part time.
right. And the interesting thing is light and darkness is not compatible.
Like water and oil.
Light and darkness is not compatible. The light always overpowers the darkness. Even if the darkness is there, because as soon as you turn the light off, there's darkness. Okay, so we need to understand that when we stay in the light, the knowledge of Yahweh, when we stay in that, even if we have darkness in our mind, we can actually kill it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the stronger the light get, the weaker the darkness is.
I'll be honest with you, brother Mark. I'm gonna tell you something. Like we're all human, and we all have our own situations. We all go through our own things. We all have our own personal battles and our own personal situations. And I'll tell you straight up, like as as an individual, as a human, as a person going through life, like for my good and my bad, I deal with the good and I deal with the bad. And like even when the bad is crazy, it's like mental, and it's not even spiritual, it's just mental thoughts, crazy thoughts, like weird thoughts that can transpire into feelings, that can transpire into anything else. And I will tell you something. The best thing about life is that when you do good and you live good, when you think good, when you feel good, everything is like everything around you, your life, your family, your like the world that you engulf yourself in is gonna be good. Yeah, we go through bad things. We may have thoughts and situations, but those are thoughts that you can just dispel. And like I said, like if those are things, get thee behind me, Satan. You know what I mean? Because we're human. We're gonna have good and bad thoughts. But at the end of the day, we strive to do good. We strive to live right. We strive to be uplifting. We strive to live and walk in Yahweh, or live and walk in, like, you know what I mean, spiritual guidance and light of Yahweh. And at the end of the day, it's like it's always easy to be negative. I tell people this every day. It's easy to be negative, but it's hard to be positive.
Let me share this.
And you got to be positive. You got to be holy.
Genesis 1:27. Genesis 1:27. And we went over it during the feast. It said Yahweh created a male and a female in his image. And when we looked up image, it meant the embodiment of Yahweh. All right. It means to be identical to Yahweh. It means to be a duplicate of our Father Yahweh. It means to be equal. It means to be indistinguishable. You can't look at him and look at us and see a difference.
It's true.
But see, all of this, all of this is our choice.
That's true.
Okay, it's all of our choice. And see, we have to get rid of all of the negative thoughts.
We do.
Because if we hold on to negative thoughts, that means Lucifer still has us.
That's true.
And when Yahweh make us aware of Lucifer in us, it's up to us
To dispel him.
to get rid of that joker.
That's true.
See, it starts in our mind. We got to kick Lucifer out of our mind. It said that the devil deceived the whole world. And we have to understand that we've been deceived.
That's true.
But as we study, we'll become conscious of things that we do, things that we shouldn't do. And those things that we shouldn't do, we'll get stronger and stronger in not doing them. Because it says he created a male and a female in his image. That means that we're the embodiment
Of Yahweh.
Yahweh.
We're the gods and goddesses. We're the kings and queens.
So if we understand that we're the embodiment of Yahweh, then we're in control of ourselves.
That's true.
We're in control of ourselves. The world can't follow us if we're not in control of our own self.
That's true.
So see, these words are so, and then another one that says, the image means to be exactly like Yahweh ben Yahweh. Exactly. A duplicate. That's why he says we'll do a greater work. He didn't even say image also means to be make as one. Then it also says name, to have his name.
You know, I would say this, Brother Amon. I would say this like people, I feel as if people want to have some type of attachment. Like you said, even saying the name, have some type of situationship with the name, and then still have like the entitlement or the feeling or the ability to feel as if they're engulfed with everything that comes with the association and the worship and the affiliation and the of being with Yahweh. So for example, like say,
No, I
you
understand.
know what I mean? So it's
I
like, and it's like a
understand.
lot of people like I say, it's like, even like I tell people, I personally tell people I can walk on both sides of life. I can be on both sides of the fence, both sides of the tracks, easy like that. You just got to understand what it is that you want in life. Your purpose in life is like we were created, like minus the fact that our parents created us, we were created to like do good and serve God and do right in this life, to make a difference. Even as a kid, you were born here to say, hey, you can change the world. You can be the person that can enlighten the world. You got God's spirit in you. You got the, like, you know what I mean? You're innocent, you're pure, you know what I mean? You have the embodiment of something special that can happen. That's why we instill encouragement, confidence, motivation, love, good energy, godly spiritual energy and kids and stuff like that. And then like, you know what I mean? It's like when you grow up, it's like I tell people like, yo, you could be on both sides of the track. Like it feels so much better.
What do you mean by be on both sides of the
Meaning
track?
like you could have either started on like being on like, you know what I mean, you could have had like the worst condition situations, not like just like living life, like moving fast, not being spiritual, religious, not going to church, not going to like, not even like knowing anything about God or anything like that. You just living in the world just every day. It's just like da da da. Or you can be on this side of the tracks. I mean, doing whatever, or you can be on this side of the tracks and you can know. You can have an idea. You can have, you know what I mean, get engulfed. You can become spiritual. You can become like, you know what I mean, present and active into like know who Yahweh is and get to know life and stuff like that. You can be on both sides of the track. The thing of the matter, I tell people like it don't matter if you do good or bad. The thing is like you have to know if you trying to be spiritual, you can't dib and dab. You can't like it's harder to be positive. It's hard to be misery loves company, negativity loves the energy. That's why everybody's engulfed in it. It's like when you stand out in positive energy, when you stand out away from everybody, when you step into the light, when you step into like what it is that what you're trying to do, what you're trying to embody, what you see for your life and your world and the people that you want to find, everything like that. It's like Yahweh's the choice because of the fact that at the end of the day, it's like doing right. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, people make it feel like it's like a guilty burden. Of doing right is not a bad thing. Doing what you used to do is like, you know what I mean? Like, wait, like it's like when you say like speak about Yahweh and like people about Yahweh and live life and stuff like that. It's like speak spiritual and speaking good.
Let me say this. I'm gonna do good. I don't have an option.
Yeah, because it feels good to do good.
No. I, Amon, gonna do good. I don't have an option. Some people may have an option. I don't have an option.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, like it feels like when you do good and live good, it feels good.
It's one way for me, and that's Yahweh for real. That's all I want to be around. Praise Yahweh.
I'm telling you, man.
And I realize this. When I don't have an option and some people figure they still got an option, I hope all of them leave.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the ones that's going to build this work is the one that they're focused on building the nation of Yahweh.
That's true.
Not an option. I got one track mind, one path. I don't have no two. I ain't no fork in the road. I already done chose my road. Yahweh. Yes, sir. Did y'all have anything to say, Anaya Yehoshua? Yehoshua.
Yes, sir.
Am I doing much better than last piece?
What do you mean?
Calling your name, Yehoshua. I
Oh.
think I said it about 3 times the other name,
Yes.
but yeah. Y'all like to add anything?
Say that again?
Would y'all like to comment?
Yeah, definitely.
Would you like to?
You gonna say something? Okay. Well, I'm gonna comment. I want to say, you know, to champion what you're saying, right? About everything, even with the brother was saying.
Aaron.
What's Aaron? Is it brother? Okay, Aaron with Aaron.
Hey yo, listen, enough love and respect. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was so impressed and outstanding by you, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you did your thing for real. For real.
Praise Yahweh. But so the past couple classes with my brother Moran had a couple powerful classes about the word responsibility, right? And it's people avoid responsibility in their life all the time. They would like for someone else to take the responsibility for them, take the accountability for them. And I like to use the example of like third world countries where they don't have much television, they don't have much entertainment, they don't have much of the modern day things. And people there will still find a way to be good, a way to be moral, and to be spiritual and to find their way in the middle of a desert. We have people here who have all the modern amenities of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I mean, I don't even think it matters what side of track you come from, because you can use that extreme example and you can use this today. You have people that have all the stuff here and they choose not to be moral, like because they don't want to be responsible. And that's just what it is.
Responsibility is a big thing. You're right. You're right, brother. For real.
You know, that's all I really want to add. You know,
but the responsibility is not even that hard though. Like
right.
I don't know what people feel like.
It's just a choice.
Right.
See, people choose not to be responsible. And some people choose to be responsible. You know, and see, I have a responsibility to Yahweh and Yahweh. I say Yahweh and Yahweh, my Lord and Savior, for real.
Yes, sir.
Praise Yahweh. So since I say that, and when I understand what the word save also means, to save a person for death, harm, disease, sickness. My next door neighbor passed today.
Sorry.
Young man passed. They found him at the job, non-responsive. I get calls that he passed. But see, I know him. I seen the choices he made. Those are the results of his choices. You know. So he made the choice. Hey, it had some results. Death. You know. So we're looking for those, like, we're looking for those that don't have another option, don't want another option. You know, in Matthew's, when it says that the devil took Yahweh and Yahweh to the highest point of the pinnacle, the highest point of all church, all religious institutions, then it say it took him to all the governments, the top of all governments in the world. He said, "Get behind me, Satan." Well, we have to be able to say that too. Get behind me, Satan. You know.
And you know, I'm not gonna.
Let me see if Yehoshua, she want to comment? Give us a sisterly opinion, a sisterly comment.
Kaggy's here. Shalom, everyone.
Oh, shalom. What? Wait a minute. Kagi sitting next to me.
What?
Go ahead, Sister Kagi.
Yes, sir. Just commenting in about, pretty much straddling the line and living on both sides of the tracks. A lot of people do that, especially in the nation. You may know some who do that. There's a scripture I want to read for that. It's Revelation chapter 3, verse 16. While you're looking for it, I'll go ahead and start reading it. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Lukewarm, according to that scripture, means to be tepid. And when you look up lukewarm, the definition of lukewarm, it's not ardent, not zealous, indifferent, neither cold nor hot. So you're on both sides. So it's like you're in the middle. And see, being in the middle is very dangerous. Yahweh will he'll spit you right out, because you have to pick a side. It's your choice. Of course, he gives you the choice, but you have to choose. You have to be either hot for Yahweh or cold for Yahweh. Because in the middle, don't cut it for him. He's going to spew you out. Now, of course, whatever choice you make is going to have consequences. They're either good or bad. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your individual choice and your love for Yahweh. When you love Yahweh, there's only one way, and that's his way. And it just takes time. All flowers don't blossom at the same time. Your realization for that may come later or sooner, depending on the person. Hopefully sooner than later, because you don't want Yahweh to have to put you through anything to really make you understand. You know, sometimes he'll do that. He'll give you the rod before you actually listen. And sometimes there are people who don't need to get the rod. All they need to do is somebody else get the rod, see somebody else get it, and then they like, oh, I don't want none of that. And when you take on the power of your name and Yahweh's name, then there is only one option for you, and you love that option, and you enjoy it, and you are proud that you chose that option. So, Revelations 3:16, Yahweh don't he don't like it. He don't like you got to choose a way. So praise Yahweh.
Thank you. Well, sis, thank you very much for sharing what lukewarm means.
I didn't even know that.
You know, and see, that's what we see. See, that's what happened when we come together. Because you will study an aspect, you will study an aspect, I'll study an aspect, Yehoshua will study an aspect, I'll study an aspect. You know, Kagi just shared another aspect, but it was beneficial for the whole. See, that's when good together, we're gonna have conversation that'll make all of us strong. Because we got a part. You know, we all got a part of Yahweh.
Yes, sir.
And when we all put all that together,
I'd say that this brother man.
Now hold 1 second, because Kagi shared something that now, sis, the word lukewarm, you got that out of where? The concordance?
Yes, sir. That is from Revelation chapter 3:16.
Right.
Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, Greek reference number 5513. Klearos, and it just means that tepid, lukewarm.
5513.
Yeah, G5513. And under the outline of the biblical usage in the lexicon for that code number, the metaphorical definition is of the condition of the soul wretchedly fluctuating between a torpor and a fervor of love. That means you're conflicted within your soul. That's what that means. You like the life you're leading, but you know it's not right, and you want to do good, but you can't really find yourself there doing it. You have to, at some point, either stay on one side of the fence or the next. It's a soul tie. It's a choice for your soul.
Well, thank you very much, Kagi. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
You know, I can understand why Yahweh gives us the law, because it is very, very important. Because they let you know in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that we must meditate
Mm-hmm.
in the law because the law is a guideline.
Mm-hmm.
What took place in heaven with Lucifer?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go into heaven and do that again. It will not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do, there is consequences. And when you come back to the Sabbath, if you can keep one day the Sabbath, or on the seventh day only, why is it difficult for you to keep all 7 days only?
Is it not?
It's not.
Mm-mm.
It's all a mind thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you love or believe in Yahweh ben Yahweh, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Mm.
Because he approved when he said that who was more dead than me.
Well, you know, every time he would say that, I'd be like, "Good gracious, Yahweh! Now, dead than me?"
And he's telling the truth because he's not a God that he should love.
I
Right.
say this, like how I feel about everything turning out, how things are playing out. I would say like Brother Martin is somewhat of a prophet in a sense, because like growing up, like me personally, growing up in the nation as a kid, growing up and doing everything, living in Miami, being growing up doing everything, doing Yahweh and everything.
Well, let me just say this
Like-
here.
like
Let me
just-
say this. Some people say I don't mean to cut you off, but I mean to cut you off. So I ain't gonna say I don't mean to cut you off. But when you say a prophecy, all the prophets wish that they could be here today.
Exactly.
No, I said no.
I
That's
got you. I got you.
I just said in alignment of like you
No,
bringing
I
like
got you, bro.
spirituality and like acknowledgement to Yahweh and stuff like that. It feels good. Like I don't know too many situation communities or classes that are being held. I love the fact that we're able to come here and like speak about Yahweh and commune and break bread and like have, you know what I mean, have our classes and stuff like that. It's a good feeling. It's not too many brothers and sisters that I can say I've grown up with, or like, you know what I mean, families that I've grown up with that are still like trying to like, you know what I mean, that are still connected like that. And it's like I wish everybody still was, but for the people that do get a chance to like commune with each other and like break bread and speak about Yahweh and like have holy convocations, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So I take pride in it and appreciation knowing that we get to do that with you and we get to spend time here every week, you know?
Yes,
It's a
sir.
beautiful feeling, it's a beautiful thing. And speaking about Yahweh makes you feel good. Living life makes you like living good makes you feel good, you know what I mean?
You know, I am programmed because it's impossible. I said things in a pattern that I cannot get up in the morning and don't say my prayer and give thanks to Almighty God, Yahweh for life, Yahweh ben Yahweh for life, and things like that. I have to pray and read the scripture every day. And at night, I have to do the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing it for years.
Praise Yahweh.
And I mean, it made me feel good. Because coming and hearing the name and hearing the name Yahweh, that Yahweh is a God. And when I consider growing up, I didn't like church because I used to follow the people of the district and then turn off and go to my friend's house and wait until they're coming back and hook up with them and go back home. I never did like the church. But when I received the name that the Messiah was here, I didn't ask no question. I said, where is he? And the brother said to me, he's in Miami.
Mm.
And that was it.
Yes, sir.
And I've been going to Miami all the time to see Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Well, I got to share this here because Kagi just kind of touched something. Are you still there, Kagi?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Lukewarm also means non-religious, unreligious, undutiful, indifferent, ungodly, unrighteous, unholy, unredeemed, unconverted, unbelieving, pagan, heathen, etc., etc., etc.
That's why I
Wow.
lukewarm.
Mm.
I mean, we're talking about lukewarm now. See, I guess lukewarm, you will go either way, whichever convenient for you, whichever feel good at the time.
You're not
Flip flop.
Yeah, flip flop. Yeah.
Unredeemed. You're unredeemed when you
You don't believe in nothing.
unrighteous,
Can't be your right.
unholy.
Yeah. You don't believe in nothing at all.
You have somebody close to you because they'll
Yeah.
play your side and the opposition side.
Anything that sound good to you, you follow that side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Sister Yahosha, will you have anything to add?
Yeah, I was actually just telling Anaya that there are so many ideals and ideologies in the world that it's easy to not be steadfast or strict about something that you don't even study. Just like you said, people pick what feels best
Mm-hmm.
because they're lazy and they don't want to study. They don't want to stand,
Mm-hmm.
don't want to commit to anything.
Mm-hmm. Anaya, can you see Kagi number? You have any way? Is there any way to identify Kagi?
Yeah, I see Kagi, her name.
Okay, and she had to go through the process of you letting her in.
Yes.
Okay, praise Yahweh. So when we let somebody in, they're in the waiting room, and if we don't know who they is, well, we have the ability to let them in and put them right out if we have to, right?
Yeah, I just won't let them in if I don't know who they are.
Okay. So what happens when we have a guest if we don't know who they are?
Well, I have it so they can't I can set it so they can't send a video or audio, but if they want to, they can chat. But
Okay.
But that way I can control it because I can just kick them right out if
Okay. Okay. So people that's in, so everybody else can listen, but people that we let in, these are people we know got some good sense.
Right.
These are people that have an understanding of what lukewarm means.
Right.
Is anybody in the waiting room now?
At the moment, no.
Okay. All right. All right. Excuse me, Sister Yahosha, but just I'll never forget how you turned your daughter head, and I'll never forget the expression on Kagi's face, what made me turn around. Wait a minute, what's going on behind me? She done turned the daughter face, Kagi eyes all large and everything.
What was this at the feast?
Yeah, at the feast.
Okay.
Sister Yehoshua, but I saw her grab, because your Sister Yehoshua's daughter looking at me and looking at the TV. She took her head and turned it from the TV.
Yeah.
So I'm still like, why she turning her head? Then our Kagi eyes got about this big. Wait a minute, what's going on?
I was watching it. I couldn't turn it off enough. I was nervous. My God.
Yehoshua, you had any more comments?
No.
Okay. Sister Yehoshua, can you make an application for us, please?
What kind of application?
Say if a person say they want to join Yahweh and be a part, they'll fill out an application.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And they can put down their skills and even their interests.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we can kind of know who we have amongst us. If we need something, we'll know who got skills and talents, etc.
let them know
Mhm.
about the morals and attributes. Brother Samuel right there.
Okay, I don't know him. All right, thank you, sis. Did you have any more comments, Sister Kagi? I mean, Sister Yehoshua?
No, sir.
Okay. You, Sister Kagi, I'm gonna look into this lukewarm some more.
That's good. That's a good one right there. That's the truth. That's all.
Say that again, Kagi.
No, sir. No further comments at the moment.
Okay. So everybody know that we're getting ready for the Feast of Tabernacles, that we just need to understand that word perfection, and all of us in being dutiful, because one of the words for lukewarm that I underlined, it says to be undutiful.
Undutiful.
Undutiful, you know, and irredeemed. So I know we're scheduled to meet on Sunday. I'm already preparing classes. Anaya, Kagi, did you see the what do you call it, Anaya, that we did that Saturday?
Oh, the interview podcast.
Right. Kagi, did you see that?
Yes, sir. I saw I think I missed one of them. I saw it, yes, sir. It was awesome.
The one that we was talking about health?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How did you like that?
I thought it was phenomenal. I really liked it.
Good. Yeah, it's a little different than actually teaching. It's having a conversation back and forth, asking questions, making statements, the other person commenting. I did one of those years ago, and it has quite a few views. Quite a few views. So those seem to go very well. So we're gonna have to do some more of them. And Kagi, when you come down, we might have to interview each other.
Praise Yahweh, no problem.
We got to do the things to keep content in the front of the people. Content, and having the titles when somebody want to look at something, we'll have a title to indicate what it's actually saying or what it's about. Something Anaya said earlier when we got started is we have to promote YBYA association. And we really, really need to do whatever we need to do to step that up so that people can know, and that be a common word, YBYA, YBY association, and like like we have this right here right now, and it's just us talking. See, we may be able to bring other people in on this, because just say if we all concentrated on just bringing 10 people, right? If you bring more, great. But if you made it your business, made it your duty to say, well, I'm bringing 3 people, I'm bringing 10 people to the feast. I'm going to meet 10 people that's new in Yahweh that want to know the truth. I was talking to the air-conditioned man today, and he said, well, I can come by your house today. I said, well, no, I got a biblical research study class this evening. He said, biblical research study? I said, me and you got to talk, because I'm conscious of everybody I talk to. I got to say something, because other than I talking about the air condition. This might be my brother or my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be something that we say to catch, but we got to become real skillful in recruiting, saying words that cause them to ask additional questions, and send them to the website, sir.
I said raise your interest and curiosity. about
Raise your
Yahweh.
interest and curiosity. Yes, yes, yes. Well, look, I just had to say that, kind of for us to kind of have this conversation, that we're only looking for those that's ready to do the will of Yahweh. Because the world is tired and fed up with foolishness,
True.
dishonesty, just liars and thieves, and people are tired of that. And when they can come be in an environment where they can literally relax, I had a ball with Anaya and Yehoshua's children.
Yeah, there's a blessing.
I mean, I just had a ball with them, just hanging out with them, and you want people around them that's good.
Make you feel comfortable.
They got some more good children, some more good people, Well, it's
That's why,
good.
And it's a blessing seeing them, because I was like, man, like they're gonna grow up in a nation. They're about to grow up, like, on a good start and everything like that. Like see more families, and that's one thing I love about, like, I loved about being about the nation and being about Yahweh, because they always said the family is weak, the nation is weak. And if you look out here in today's society, a lot of families are weak. A lot of families are weak.
Right.
It's like you need both partners. You need like the unity. You need the community. You need like the togetherness to make it happen. And it's like you see what happens if you're not about Yahweh, if you're not about the togetherness, you gotta fight, struggle. Every day is a suffer, every day is a heartache, every day is this, that, and third. And then what happens at the end of the day? You could have seen, you say, oh well, if I could replay my life over, I would have did it different. I would have done it this way, that. Like, no, you can't do that. So it's like take advantage while you can now. Like build your family, being peace, peace of mind, peace of life, peace of happiness, peace of like community. Like you know what I mean? It feels good when you don't have to wake up like mad about what's going on in the world, or stressed out, or like worry about somebody got anything. Like just like waking up and knowing that, you know what I mean, you love yourself, you love your brothers, you know what I mean, Yahweh gave you life, things are going good, things can be better, things can work to be great. It's like it's a better feeling than just waking up in turmoil and distress and like aggravation every morning. You know what I mean? Like if you're not right with yourself, you can't be right with nobody else.
You got that right.
So it's a blessing. I'm saying, man. And it's like saying, like, we need more men in Yahweh. We need more sisters in Yahweh too. But like seeing the men step up, it was a beautiful thing, because it's all consciousness. You know what I mean? Being aware of like what you want for your life, what you want to better your life. You know what I mean? Yahweh's the only way.
But you see, you want to be around people who you can talk to
Right,
about Yahweh.
right.
It's no good going to people and say, oh man, that's my friend. But when you get there and talking, having a conversation, it's just a negative vibe. It's no good.
Just remember, dutiful, undutiful, undutiful. Well, we have a duty to build the nation of Yahweh. So it's not going to happen without us doing the actions. And I just love it when Yahweh say, when you do Yahweh's will, he'll bless you to do his will. Praise Yahweh. Well, did anybody have anything to say? This will be a short class. Anaya, I'll be looking for the equipment. The gentleman that helped us tonight, he's going to come whenever it comes, because that's what he actually does for a living, and create systems, and if Kaigi's down here, she can learn how to hook up this system also, so we can do these interviews.
That's good. That's good.
No problem. I can Once I learn what it is and where it goes to in its function, I got it. Not a
Yeah,
problem.
well, he say he's going to what did he say? He didn't use the word bark, but everything will be you'll be able to tell where everything goes, you know. But he didn't use the word mark everything, but he'll do that. Well, okay then. Well, if no further questions, we're gonna have a quick class tonight. Is this being streamed live,
Yes,
Anaya?
sir. Yes, it is.
Good, good. Well, this will be good for everybody who hear it to hear it and be those that's attracted to it. Them the one we looking for. Well, if we can stand and face the east. Tefillah. Ave Nishma Shemai. Ika Deshmaka. Tavo Makuteka. Yasezo. Kibashimayim Kembaris. Eleka Tikenu. Kain Lanu Hayom. Uzlak Lanu. All Katenu. Kimaso Kem. Kamanaknu. Lakote Lanu. Leal Tefienu. Lede Nisayo. King Kasenu. Mira. Kilaka. Mamaha. They are Givera. They are Tiferet. They Olame. We thank thee, Yahweh,
We thank thee, Yahweh,
O living and eternal King,
O living and eternal King,
who has so mercifully restored our souls within us.
who has so mercifully restored our souls within us.
Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Always remember that Yahweh loves you,
Yes.
Yahweh loves you, and so do we, the nation of Yahweh. Anaya,